So my wrist is approximately around 6 inches. So I have a smaller wrist. So going from 41 millimeters to 45 millimeters, there's a huge difference. YouTube, it's Apple Watch season. And literally by the end of this video, you will know exactly which size Apple Watch is perfect for your wrist, your needs, and your uses. Let's get into it. So I decided to go ahead and pick up the Apple Watch Series 8 as I am a huge smartwatch fan. As you can see, we got the brand new Samsung Galaxy Watch 5s. I got the smaller and the humongous. Now, in the Apple Watch world, there's the same similar essence. There's the larger 45 millimeter, and then there's this, which I'm hyped to do a comparison on and help you guys figure out which size is good for you. So, all right, there we go. Booyah. Now, at least the unboxing experience with the Apple Watch is a little bit more than it was when I unboxed this here iPhone 14 Pro for you guys recently, which, you know, the iPhone unboxing experience is pretty bland and simple and stuff now that they've minimalized it. But I understand the environmental push behind it. But nevertheless, here we are. Now, this is my first time ever getting one of these regular sport bands. I'm actually going to share with you guys which are my favorite Apple Watch bands that you can get from Apple right now to help complement your Apple Watch sizing as well. So let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. Let's get this pull tab. And then there's another pull tab down here. And now let's get our Apple Watch Series 8. Now, going from a Series 7 into the Series 8, the changes are minimal from a physical standpoint. Now, they do have that heat sensor. So far, it's in favor of women and their ovulation cycle, which is super dope, super fire, and actually a useful health tool and also, you know, reproductive tool. And I'm also curious to see what other ways they can use the heat sensor, because Samsung gave us a heat sensor on their Galaxy Watch as well, but it had no function yet. We'll have to see what that becomes. But we have here the 41 millimeter Midnight, and we're going to be comparing that one to the 45 millimeter stainless steel Gold. I'll get into breaking that all down. Let me go ahead and get this set up. Apple Watch setups are fairly fast, but as you can see with the 41 millimeter, you're going to be jumping into a nice, small, compact smartwatch. And if you have a smaller wrist, so my wrist is approximately around 6 inches. So I have a smaller wrist. And not everyone wants a humongous watch on their wrist, but then also, what are the trade-offs? Like, and display sizing and things like that. Like the things that matter to help you make a better decision. So that's what we're gonna break down today in today's video to help you guys pick the right sizing for yourself. So I'm gonna set this up and I'm gonna get it on my wrist, and then you guys can get a nice clean look. So you guys can also tell me which size you think looks best on my wrist. Now, if you lay these side by side, or if you put them side by side, you can see that there is a pretty massive difference. So going from 41 millimeters to 45 millimeters, there's a huge difference. So going with the 45 millimeter, there's the plus of a larger display and larger battery. We're talking about a 282 milliamp hour battery on the smaller size versus 308 milliamp hours on the larger side. So that's something to just keep in mind. All right, so let's see what these sport bands are like. I've never really used one of these. I really love the Sport Loop. And I'm gonna grab my Sport Loop that'll fit this watch in a hot second, and we'll put that on here as well. But let's check out these sport bands. This is the most basic and I guess traditional Apple Watch band that you see a lot of people get and use. I don't think I've ever had one with this. I usually pick the band that I want, and I pick a combo off bat. So all right, so I just grabbed some of my previous Apple Watch models, and these are the bands that I could break down in a second for you guys. Let me set those off to the side. So I'm gonna slide this one in, mistaken. That one right there, and then this one on top. All right, let's get this set up real quick. You gotta love the Apple Watch setup process. It's always like super easy. Gonna set it up for myself. United States. Start pairing. There's a hilarious video going around where at this state, like someone had their phone sitting down there and they kept trying to like put it right, like they kept trying to pair it by putting it right there. It was hilarious. All right, just hit continue. It's very simple and straightforward. That's another good thing about the setup process with the Apple Watch, which I appreciate. It does take some time, especially when you have like a backup Apple Watch. Oh, I'm doing this wrong. Okay, so I guess you go over the wrist. Oh, I see how this works. Okay, so with this one, you find your placement or your sizing first, and then you tuck the excess. All right, let's get a first look at the 41 millimeter Apple Watch on my wrist. I'm gonna wait till it gets set up as well. I'll give you guys a look of it with an Apple Watch face on it. But this is the first look of seeing 41 millimeters on a 6-inch wrist. Now I'm gonna put this 45 millimeter on my opposite wrist so you guys can see this. I don't have it on as snug as it could be. Now this is the 45 millimeter stainless steel with a leather band. It's magnetic. This is a really nice band right here. I got nothing but positives to say about this band, and I can highly recommend it. And you know, as you guys can see, let's give you guys a look on both wrists. Boom. Swing this over. This is 45 millimeters on an approximately 6-inch wrist. Typically wear it about right here on my wrist. The plus to going with 45 millimeters, I can tell you this, is the sizing of the display. So if you're someone like me who possibly wears glasses, and if you use the always on display and you like to be able to see your watch maybe from a distance, a quick peek at it, you know, essentially it just makes it easier to read at the 45 millimeter display. But let me set up the 41 millimeter display and let's see if I feel that way, because there is a weight difference. Now, obviously, we're talking about a different material. This is the stainless steel, but I've had previous versions of the larger aluminum. So I know that the aluminum has a nice light weight, like as I can feel on this larger model right here. And then there's this smaller model right here. But when you pair your watch band, that also is determining the weight on your wrist. So there's two ways to look at it, you guys. You also have to think about your combination of watch size and watch band. This band right here is pretty light. I actually like how light this band is. This is my first time ever using these sport bands like this, and it's actually not bad. Let me create my passcode. All the safety stuff. That's another thing too I want to point out that I don't think a lot of people give Apple like enough credit for when it comes to their smartwatches, is their attention to safety. All right, so the Apple Watch is syncing right now and it's doing it pretty fast. I'm super hyped about that. I hope this doesn't take as long as it did when I set up my 14 Pro with this 45 millimeter. Okay, so back to it. This is of a heavier material, so you want to consider your material. If you're going with the standard aluminum, then the watch is going to be light and super carefree, so you don't have to really care about that. But the watch band you choose is going to determine your comfort and also the added weight to that. Now, I won't lie, the leather band has magnets in it, so it's a pretty heavy weight, but it's a high quality premium band. Pair that with this heavyweight stainless steel premium 45 millimeter, and it's just like a nice weighted premium feeling Apple Watch. So if you're considering the stainless steel, which is a hefty price point, I will not lie, you know, that just gives you a little insight as to kind of like how the experience is. But focusing on size, this is the 45 millimeter display. The display is just nice, big, bold, and easy to read. That's what I love about it. So when we get this 41 millimeter finally synced up, I'll tell you guys how I feel about the readability and things like that. Let me get you guys a visual. Boom. This is the 41 millimeters with the sport band. I feel like this band could be a little bit more snug to get a better fit to really represent how it looks on the, there we go. Yeah, that's the fit right there. Boom. So right here, we have the 41 millimeter Apple Watch Series 8 on my wrist, which is approximately a 6-inch wrist. Smaller size wrist, and this is exactly where I would wear it if I were wearing it out and about. This is with the sport band. When it comes to the bands, my favorite band is actually like the Sport Loop. I just like how light the Sport Loop and carefree and easy to adjust the Sport Loop is in comparison to like the Sport Band and other models. There's also, like I showed you guys, like the magnetic leather model, which I really like, but that adds more weight. So like this is actually the standard Apple Watch and the Apple Watch that you see most commonly right here. Now, when it comes to this display sizing and being able to see everything, I can see everything clearly because the displays are really good, high quality displays, which have very crisp visuals. We got a 1.69 inch OLED display with up to 1,000 nits peak brightness. So this thing is made for you to be able to see it regardless of the situations that you are in. And that's super clutch. And when it comes to the resolution, it's 430 by 352 pixels with a 326 ppi density. Now this is for the 41 millimeter. When you jump into the 45 millimeter, let me remove the 41 briefly. Let's put the 45 on my left wrist, which is the wrist that I tend to wear my watches on. And let's get it fitted to the way that I would wear it. This is a 45 stainless steel, boom. So you guys get to see that on the wrist. It's actually not that bad, but it is a huge difference in real estate. As you guys can see, if you put these up side by side, there is a difference. Actually, I should just go ahead and, hold on, Now, also, I want to note that when it comes to the band size that I chose on the 41 millimeter, this band size on the 41 millimeter is the small to medium. So if you have a small wrist, if you have a wrist around my size of, approximately 6 inches, then you want to go with that small to medium watch band. If your wrist is any larger, they have the medium to large size. There's really good sizing, metrics on Apple's website to help you figure out exactly what size watch band you need. But as you look at these side by side and together, the visibility on both is really clear and crisp, as well as, the sizing is fairly comparable. So if you want a smaller, lighter, less obtrusive smartwatch, then you can go with the 41 millimeters and be fine. If you want a larger, more, prominent display, and if you possibly are worried about being able to see it or it being harder on your eyes, then the bigger displays are always better visually. Like from a spec standpoint, it's a 1.9 inch display versus the 1.6 inch display. When it comes to the pixels, the exact same 326 ppi pixel density. So these displays visually and resolution wise, although there's a higher resolution just due to sizing, which is physics, the PPI is the same, meaning you're gonna get a similar to same visual experience regardless which size display you choose to go with. It's just all about your preference and what fits you best. Now, another thing that I wanna note really quick is battery. As I told you guys, the physical sizes is something to consider, but they're both rated the same. Like Apple rates their battery, up to X amount of hours. So like when it comes to battery, I don't think it's the deciding factor between the two sizes. Just wanted to throw that in there. Let me take this 41 off really quick. And actually, you know what? Let me switch to this little Sport Loop right here really quick. I also feel like the Sport Loops are super easy to like put your watch on. It's like a quicker process versus the Sport Band. But the Sport Band isn't that bad. Like I actually appreciate it. Okay, so with the Sport Loops, you just get these in easily, adjust to exactly where you need it, and these are super light and easy to adjust. I wouldn't necessarily roll with this color per se. This is like one of those like Sport Loops that I took off, I think, the Apple Watch SE when I did a review unit on that. But you get a color that suits your style. The thing is though, with these Sport Loops, they're not the most like classy looking bands. Like you got things like this where you get like, this is real premium leather you could put on your Apple Watch if that's your thing. And then you got like this Sport Loop, which is more of like my style and my swag, and it's just comfortable. And I like that look as well. But I'm not gonna lie, with this midnight one, I'm kind of feeling like I like the regular Sport Band on here. It's pretty cool. It's actually not that bad. Like I think for this one, for my testing and for the time that I'm gonna spend with it prior to the review, of the Apple Watch Series 8 and whatnot, I think I'm gonna rock this one. Let's go ahead and edit. How they not gonna have midnight? Typically they'll have the ones that match the Apple Watch that you got. There's a slate blue. Slate blue actually matches like dead on with the band, but I kind of like that storm blue. I think I'm gonna roll storm blue. All right, boom. So now we got it kind of matching the little swagger. Actually, nah, that storm blue ain't it. Hold up. Hold up. I'm gonna go to this one right here, that slate blue. All right, boom. Got the slate blue on there. It's looking good. This is the Midnight 41 millimeter on my 6-inch wrist. Y'all comment down below and vote for which one you think looks best. So I'll give you one last look at it. I'll get you the side profile right here. Bam. Guys, see what that looks like. Get you an up close shot. Boom, 41 millimeters. Those of you who think the 41 millimeter looks best on the 6-inch wrist, comment down below. Now it's time for that 45 millimeter. Get these magnets aligned. Boom. This band is really nice. Oh my goodness. All right, boom. 45 millimeters on the 6-inch wrist. This is more of a high-end, heavyweight build, but still, nevertheless, the display just and the sizing is all you need to take a look at. Let me give you that side profile right here on my wrist. Kind of like if I was chilling. Boom, boom, da-da-da, you know, boom, 45 millimeters. So comment down below and let me know which size Apple Watch did you choose? Which size Apple Watch are you going with? And which size Apple Watch do you think looks best on my size wrist? So are you team 45 millimeter or team 41 millimeter? Let me know down in the comment section below. Boom. So that literally is today's video of the 41 millimeter Apple Watch Series 8 versus the 45 millimeter Apple Watch. Which size should you choose? Which size is best for you? Hopefully this video helped you. I am your smartwatch guru. Smash the subscribe button and you gotta turn on the bell when you hit subscribe or else you won't get notified and you will miss this brutally honest and informative tech review content. My name is CJ. Peace.